Hey everybody, Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. We're in my regular yard tonight, going to check out a few Fords. Starting off with a couple Mustangs, and then we'll catch a Fairlane. This whole section right here behind these all Fords, we'll kind of keep working through some of this before we shuffle it all up as we start mixing all the inventory in from the new yard on the other side here that we bought last year. So starting off, we've got a 1968, just a basic little Mustang Coupe. There again, it's pretty rough, basically just a parts car, but it's still got a lot of knick-knack pieces, a lot of little trim pieces left on it. And you know, once these things are flat, they're not much good for anything. So even though it's kind of a rough car, it's a basic coupe, still worth keeping around because there's always little bits and pieces that people need for the restoration. So even though it's nothing real exciting, it's not a fastback, it's not anything real great, but there again, lots of little knick-knack pieces, and once they're gone, they're gone. So we keep them lined up here, we keep them up on tires and wheels so they're not sinking into the ground, because there's always going to be little stuff people need off these cars. Next one we've got tonight, we're going to catch another Mustang. This one, 1970 Grande Coupe. There again, the hood's gone. It does have a 351 Cleveland in it. Car's, for the most part, still intact. Just a rough old car that's been sitting for a lot of years. It's got a lot of the trim on it. It's got some of the top moldings on it, the original Grande emblems. And there were some specific things to the Grande, and like I said, there again, this car is pretty much mostly complete, just a rough old car, but lots of good pieces, and these cars are getting so hard to find that anything you can save off of these things, people are going to need. It's still got all the factory seats in it, including the buckets. Lots of trim pieces, still some decent sheet metal on it. So definitely worth keeping around. There's always going to be something somebody can use off of these cars, even though they're just coupes. Last car we're going to catch tonight, this is a really unique little car. 1965 Ford Fairlane Sports Coupe. I've sold a few pieces of trim off this car, but overall most of this car is still intact. Like I said, Sports Coupe, tuner hardtop. A little bit of rust in this car, but not terrible. But a ton of good stuff on this. Now, 65 Fairlane, obviously 1 year only car, really unique. Hard to find pieces for, and there's a ton of stuff left on this, and you know, even being a real sports coupe makes it even rarer. So we'll take a look inside of this thing. Still has factory bucket seats, console, floor shifter, factory air. A lot of super hard to find pieces still left on this car. Like I said, we can see the floors are still mostly intact. The rust in this car, it has a little bit, but it is minimal. But a really well-equipped sports coupe, and with a lot of stuff on it that's just almost impossible to find. We'll work our way on around the back. Still got the quarter moldings on it, the taillights, and a few pieces of trim back here are missing. Still got the sports coupe emblem on the trunk. Still got the original dealer badge from Wichita, Kansas on it. We'll work our way down this side, kind of the same thing, missing a few bits and pieces, but a lot of the trim is still there. A lot of good sheet metal on this car. We'll take a look under the hood of this real quick as well. It's all still there, 289 V8, all the factory air stuff is still there. This car was running a couple of years ago, so the engine and stuff is probably even still usable out of this car. If nothing else, it would probably be a good one to build. So definitely something a little different that you don't see every day, especially with a 65 being a 1 year only Fairlane, much less being an actual sports coupe, V8, factory air, buckets, console, floor shift. A lot of really cool pieces there. So that's what we've got for you tonight. Stay tuned. We'll bring you some more of these Fords in the near future. There's some Falcons right here. There's a couple of 56 Fords, some 56 Mercurys, and on it goes. So as always, thanks for stopping by. If you've got specific questions about vehicles or parts, just give me a call. The number's on the page. It's 620-786-4428. Having that conversation about your project, exactly year, make, model, what direction you're going with the build, things like that. That's what I need to know if I've got anything out here that may be able to help you with your project. If you're on Facebook, please share the video with your friends. Invite them to like the page so they can come over and hang out with us, check out more cool old iron, because that's all we do here. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other old car videos. Everything you do on here is gearhead stuff, cars, trucks, memorabilia. That's all I know. Every now and again we'll throw in some motorcycles or some airplanes, but it's all got engines, and it's all pretty cool. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with me, and we'll see you soon on the next video.